These yellow DRLs have a secret because if you flash your high beams 5 times, they switch from white to yellow and back to white.
What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ryan, S58NY on TikTok and Instagram, and Gears and Gains right here on YouTube. And today I'm going to be showing you guys how to install what I think is the best yellow DRLs for any BMW, the color changing DRLs from Horizon Motorsports. Now, I've been on the fence about getting yellow DRLs for so long. I'm actually the originator, I guess you can say, of the viral banana DRL video where you tape bananas to your headlights. I believe I was the first person to do that, which was almost a year ago at this point, but ever since then I wanted to get yellow DRLs on my car, but I just wasn't sure if I was gonna like them or not, because my car is an individual fire orange, and so it kind of looks really bright, really vibrant with the yellow on orange look. But these DRLs have a secret because if you flash your high beams 5 times, they switch from white to yellow and back to white. And they also have a secret police strobe mode, I guess you can call it, where they flash a couple times, and you can do this in white or yellow, and these are a full DRL replacement. So you don't have to heat up the chip, peel it off, and take it out and potentially risk breaking your OEM DRL. And there's also no hijacking of the battery, so this thing won't drain your battery. You won't have problems with these DRLs. They're 100% plug and play for the OEM BMW laser lights. Now I don't have to choose whether or not I want yellow DRLs or not. I can just flash it 5 times, right back to white, and it's like nothing ever happened. So let's go to last week before we had this huge snowstorm on the East Coast, and let me show you how to install these, because they're a lot easier than it looks, and honestly way cooler than I thought they would be. So let me show you what comes in the box. Unfortunately, no bananas come in it, but it comes with this metal tin, and in here you'll see the module. And once I saw this, the ribbon wiring, I was like, oh damn, this is going to be insanely hard. But it's actually a lot easier than you might think. So these ribbon wires go into the modules themselves, and the other part connects to this right here, which I think is going to connect to the wiring of your headlight. But I really like this kit in specific because it comes with full replacements instead of just the micro chip. So you get an entire replacement module itself, rather than just getting the little chip on the board. So there's no heating up and ripping out of your OEM boards and potentially either frying those, but having just the full replacement module board is so much easier than ripping out the OEM chip and potentially breaking something. So it's gonna help you keep your car completely OEM and exactly how it came from factory for the best resale value. But it comes with 4 of these full module replacements. Just rip out the OEM ones, both right here, and there's another one that you have to get under into the fender liner. But this kit is really awesome because of the modules and also the fact that it color changes. So let's get started and show you how to install these. And I also want to give a big thank you to Horizon Motorsports, where I got these. They actually sent these out to me. They've been really helpful on the M3 build so far, and I really want to thank them for this, because finally, I think with the yellow lights, the M3 is going to look like a jack-o'-lantern, but also we can finally get rid of our 67-cent bananas and put in some real yellow DRLs. So to do this job, you'll only need a few things: a jack, a 10mm, and some Torx bits. I believe it's a T20 or T25. So this right here is the first module. It's a T20. You just unscrew it, but definitely unscrew it by hand, because you don't want to strip any of these bolts, because I believe we're using the same exact bolts to put the new one back on. Very small bolts, don't lose them. After that, the entire assembly should just come right out. Be careful because there is a plug in there. There's also the headlight assembly, so you don't want any moisture to get into there, so you don't want to do this on a hot or super humid day. You want to do it on a day like this where it's 30 degrees outside and it's super dry. We're going to try to take the DRL out of there. On this side right here, if you guys can see, there's a button, so you're going to press it and then pull. There we go. This is the OEM DRL, and like I said, I love it because it's a full replacement, so we don't have to heat up this chip right here and then yank it out and then put in a new chip. You just disconnect it here, and the new one is gonna have the same exact plug where you plug in the new one. However, I'm gonna show you how to plug in the ribbon wire, because that is going to have to kind of hang out the side, because it plugs into the headlight power cable down there in order to tell the car that you want to switch from yellow to white. Now, sometimes because the way these things are made, it will have a housing that looks a little bit different, but just flip it around and make sure that the chips line up, so you can see that this one, the chip is on the right side, and this one, the chip is also on the right side. So that's how I know which side is which. So I found the one with the chip on the right side. Ribbon wiring is actually not that hard because these two are exactly the same. Just gonna toss that one to the side, and when you look at the actual connectors themselves, you'll see that the black one is a little bit skinnier than the yellow one. And this module that we just removed actually has one side, which means that only one of these ribbon wires can actually plug into. So it looks like it's gonna be the black one. That is gonna plug in right over here. So you're gonna take the black one, plug it in, and I've never even plugged in ribbon wiring. Okay, so there's only one of these that will plug into here. You take the black one for the top module, push it in all the way. Don't push it in too hard though, because you don't want to break anything. And there is a little like switch right here that you're going to want to flip down once you plug it in. It won't click or anything, it'll kind of just clamp in and just like that. Black wire is plugged in. Take the new module and plug it into the wire that you just disconnected. And we're gonna try to find a way to route this ribbon wire so that it doesn't bend or crack. Plug this wire back in, it should click. Now we did the other side, we're gonna go on this side this time. And the next step to get the other DRLs to take off the entire wheel, you just need to jack it up. 17 mil for the lug nuts and a 10 mil to get all the bolts out to rip out the fender liner, and then that will give you access to the second DRL. And you're pretty much gonna do the same exact thing that we did before, except just on the bottom this time. Wheels are super dirty, haven't cleaned this thing in forever. 10 mil socket with an extension. Don't rip out the back one, only the front one. It's so much easier if you take out the entire thing rather than just pulling it back. And then just throw it to the side. The outer DRL, the one right here, sits just underneath, right behind there. You guys can see it. So we're just gonna unscrew that, do the same exact process. But let me take it out first and I'll show you how it goes back in. Now we've got the bottom one out. To take this one out, there's actually a very specific tool that you need. I got this little tool off of Amazon. It's pretty easy to use. It's a very skinny sideways ratcheting screwdriver. You can see the name right there. So in order to get one of the screws out, this metal piece completely blocks the other screw that's all the way up there. I used this little tool. In order to get it out, it was like less than 10 bucks. And once again, it is a T20. And like I said, make sure you're using the right one, but this one has the connector here and the ribbon wiring connector. And then the OEM one, we're gonna put right back into the box. And they also do tend to slide out, so just make sure that they're fully in before you put in the screws. And this is how I did the bottom one. The bottom one kind of routes out a lot easier than the top. Then you can see all the way back there, I have the box. And then the last thing we're gonna do is the white wire hanging down. That plugs into this white wire, and then I believe this plugs into this headlight module right here. Then I believe this plugs into the headlight power cable right here. So let's go ahead and try that. And then everything should be working properly. So we're messing around with the DRLs to see what kind of different modes they have because they don't come with instructions. The website also says to flash 3 times. I've tried 5 times and it's worked. For me, flashing 3 times didn't work, but then I flashed it 3 times randomly and it faded from white to yellow. So I'm still kind of trying to figure it out. But as of right now, for me, it seems that flashing it 5 times switches it immediately from yellow to white. But then also flashing it 3 times will sometimes fade it from white to yellow. The police strobe mode is 7 times and then 7 times to switch the color in police strobe mode, and then flash them 9 times to get out of police strobe mode. Like I said, just mess around with it because they don't come with instructions. Also, one thing I wanted to show you guys was the startup sequence because it's actually a lot different than just the standard DRL. It kind of has a mix of the pre-LCI and the LCI DRL startup sequence because it kind of does a pulse and then a flash from the left side of the car to the right side of the car. Finally, I do want to show it to you in the nighttime or the dark shade. The yellow on this is actually very vibrant. I don't think the camera's picking it up, but it's not a light yellow by any means. It's a very vibrant yellow. So that's another huge plus of these because I know a lot of people buy yellow DRLs and then return them because they end up being like a watered down shade of yellow, almost like a lemonade color, whereas this one looks kind of gold. They also do come in amber, and you can also even request and custom order. So if you have a specific individual color like I do, you can do white to red, white to orange, even yellow to orange. There's so many different colors you can custom order these. I took the ribbon wiring and put it out the right side as opposed to doing the left side. I did the same over here. Put it over towards the outside of the car in this side and the outside of the car in this side. You just want to give it a little bit of leeway and put a little bit of the ribbon wiring inside here. Instead of pulling it tight, definitely don't pull it tight. Don't pull it tightly and don't fully screw down super hard the headlight module. Just enough where it seals, but not so tight that it cuts off the connection of the ribbon wiring. You can see the black box right in there and then the wiring. And I believe one of the best parts about these is that they come with, I believe, a 60 or 90-day warranty. So if anything breaks or isn't functioning how it's supposed to, they will 100% warranty your order. But I think these color switching DRLs are a crazy innovation in the world of BMW DRLs because I've just never seen anything like this. But definitely check out Horizon Motorsports. Find out if they have it for your BMW. My name is Ryan, S58NY on TikTok and Instagram. Gears and Gates right here on YouTube. If you enjoyed this video and enjoy seeing BMW M3 mods, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I think the yellow DRLs look sick. So make sure y'all subscribe, and I'll see y'all next week with another mod for the M3. Peace.